Lee had no idea how to keep a kosher household, for example, so Cyril, who lived closer to her than any of the others in the family, would pop over to educate her. Despite this, or maybe because of it, the two women never got on. Cyril was just really fucking mean, one person who was close to Lee said. At first, Lee tried to brush her ignorance off as a joke. She would tell her friends that when Cyril said to her, Shavua Tov, Hebrew for have a good week, Lee responded as if Cyril had sneezed. Bless you. But the underlying friction was anything but funny. In fact, it would be the wedge that would help split the brothers. Joe had made his antipathy to Murray's remarriage very plain by standing with his arms folded throughout the wedding ceremony. He stopped working with Murray shortly before sending him to West Orange with a business associate, Eugene Schenkman, to build suburban apartments. With Murray pushed aside, Charlie created an infrastructure for his father's budding development business, which, until that point, had been a one-man shop. Joe had had many partners, and his efforts to drum up business had been done from payphones and out of the back of his Cadillac. Charlie had been introduced to a successful local processed food importer named George Gellert, who wanted to invest in real estate. Gellert said he would take a piece of nearly all of Charlie's real estate projects. In 1985, Charlie found office space, put a name on the door, Kushner Companies, and created a management firm for the disparate structures built and owned by his father. As Charlie acquired more and more office space and took on more and more debt, he moved from a little basement office into 2 floors in Florham Park, New Jersey, described by someone who visited as the Shangri-La of power offices. The windows were huge and the surfaces on the executive floor were either gleaming wood or marble. Senior executives had their names stenciled on parking spots outside. Joe never got to see the new headquarters. He died at 62, just months after he and Charlie started the company. Charlie was now the head of the family. Throughout the 1980s, his household was the hub of all weekend activity for the local New Jersey Jewish community, partly because there were now so many Kushners. Each of Joe and Ray's children had had 4 children, except for Esther, who had 3. So there was always something to celebrate. A birthday, a bar mitzvah, a graduation, an engagement, a wedding, a newborn. When I first met Charlie, every weekend it was somebody's wedding or